Don't do it.
Hey guys,
Oh.
welcome back.
Hey.
We're doing it again. Sashaying my ass right up into this seat and welcome you guys.
Jimmy G in it.
That's right. One thing I didn't let everybody know is if anybody catches this, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps us out so we get to know how many people are actually watching and liking what we got to say. You can also leave a comment. If we don't get to it this show, we might be able to get to it another show or something like that.
Yeah, we'd like to know who the one or two people are out there. What are your names? That'd be exciting for us to find out.
Yeah, hey, speak up. Well, right now
Aliana, use your alias.
We have exactly nobody
log in with the burner
right
account,
now, so we're okay. You can say what we want. So we can get back to the Brian Flores stuff. You know, that's been a couple of days. And like I was saying, Chris, the whole Rooney Rule, look, we knew that shit was a sham from the get-go. From when teams already identified.
Not a sham.
When people identify their head coach, we already know teams know who the fuck they want. Why are they interviewing this div fuck right now?
Because they've been directed by the Fritz Pollard Association to absolutely do at least one minority. It's disrespectful to follow through with the interviews once you've identified your coach.
We understand in basketball, we understand teams be tanking, but to order or have an incentive to tank a game, I think that's the biggest issue that going to be facing Ross right now. That's the biggest issue.
If you can prove it.
I get it.
It's hard to put that jacket on somebody's feet without real evidence, bro.
But until someone says, "Hey, I was offered $100,000 for losses." What?
Steve.
How do players feel about that shit? Like, you know that
I was offered $100 to come onto this fucking podcast too, bro.
Really?
Me and this one guy had this conversation about it on his yacht, and I'm supposed to be coming on here trying to recruit you guys.
Look, tampering thing. That's what's going to make dude lose his team. It's not going to be the Rooney Rule. You know, they already got your fucking.
He's not going to lose.
Tell you what's going to happen. If you violate the Rooney Rule,
he's not the first team to tamper.
You lose draft picks and shit like that. You're not.
Yeah, he'll lose draft picks. He's going to lose his team over tampering.
Yeah, he'll get a bullshit fine and maybe a loss of a draft pick. It's happened before. This is not. It's not new, man. Here's the thing.
I'm not talking about the tampering. I'm talking about the offering $100,000 for a loss,
dude. That's it. Again, unless he's got receipts, I don't know how he's going to prove that. So, we all believe him, but is that's going to be something the league is going to let roll off their back? They're going to brush that under the rug unless there's some way he can prove it. From what I've seen so far, the only thing he can prove, and I think this is the best part of the thing, is that the Giants had already chosen a coach before
Belichick
he ever even got an interview. And the best part about it to me is that I don't believe Belichick did that shit on accident, not for a fucking second. I think that was pure pettiness because of them losing to the Giants and the Bulls. Like, here's an opportunity for me to stick it to these one time. I'm going to accidentally put this out here. Otherwise, this is all just bullshit. Those are the receipts he's got. Those text messages from Bill? And when you read the thread, it reads like bullshit. He goes through. Oh fuck, I fucked up, Brian.
That's my favorite part. Is that line right there? I was telling Steve.
I guess I fucked this one up.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell he uses an iPhone by the way that and when you're looking at the top where it says BB, right? I could see where it has Brian Daboll, Brian Flores back-to-back in Bill Belichick's, phone, and he sent to the wrong dude. And then he was, my favorite part is, I fucked this one up. Yeah, you did, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. Hey, I like how you can make sure I know. Bill, thanks, Bill.
Right. The dude who's getting away scot-free put his hoodie on and walked through the crowd going the opposite direction.
Wow. So, that
one was
and
awesome.
You came out and said some things. Marvin Lewis came out and said some things. So
Marvin's been somewhat vocal about this in the past, though, as well. That he's felt like some of them weren't valid. If Hugh Jackson was paid money to fucking throw games, bro, he must have got $3.1 million.
Otherwise, Hugh can't keep his mouth shut. I guarantee the world.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. And he's already half backpedaled on stating that there was a directive from it by pointing out, well, they extended me when I lost. They extended me.
I don't know.
Are you saying that
I heard the first interview with Hugh. I saw the one with Marvin Lewis.
Already started.
They're getting all the black coaches out there. You know, the one person that didn't do an interview yet about all of this? Mike Tomlin.
You got a job. You want to keep your job, Playboy?
Though, too, I think Mike Tomlin works in the one organization that actually stands for what it is that I think all three of us rightfully want to see. Is a coach being hired for his merit and staying for the job that he does and standing for, you know, the
Could you really fire Mike Tomlin? The motherfucker ain't had a losing season. What if
he ain't had a Super Bowl winning season either, bro. And the Steelers have a standard.
That's true.
Right? I mean, this isn't the Jags going 500 for 10 straight years. You know what I'm saying? Right? There's a standard. Certain franchises, bro. Yeah, being 500 ain't good enough. Sorry, Jerry Jones. Sorry, Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
500 over the last 26 years ain't good enough.
Consistently competing for winning his division with some horrible talent deficits and injuries. The guy's gotten piss poor teams to compete every single year. His team is competitive.
About piss poor teams, bro.
Man, Ben Roethlisberger's been absolute trash the last couple of years.
Bro.
They've had serious injuries and deficits. He had the fucking Le'Veon Bell bullshit going on. The dude he's a great coach. I don't care. There's no
doubt about it.
My mind about the fact that he's a great
nobody's
coach.
Denying that.
Okay, so we shouldn't talk about him needing to be fired one way or the other.
No, he said, Steve asked, could you fire Mike Tomlin? No, bro. But I've said, look, if you want to make an argument for it, yes, the Steelers have a standard of winning Super Bowls. Have they really competed for Super Bowls in the last 10 years? No. So now the Steelers are really at a new crossroad, which they were at with Bill Cowher a little bit when they decided to go with Mike Tomlin. And that's now we're transitioning from one way and one quarterback into a whole new era.
Wasn't that because Cowher wanted to leave though, or did they want him out?
Cowher wanted to retire.
Cowher retired, but dude, Cowher was under a lot of heat before that lucky ass run that they went on.
Yeah,
when Antoine Randall L won, you know, threw the best touchdown pass in that game.
Yep,
right.
That's right.
But he got one.
I mean, they were a wild card team. The bus, they played ball control, right? Yeah, he got one. Right? But he was under a lot of fire, bro. A lot of fire. Right? There was plenty of fire, Bill Cowher. You know, and I could see, bro, they're standards, dude. I mean, think about how many fans, you know, aren't Raider fans anymore because there's a standard of excellence that just hasn't been met. Right? I mean, you know, it doesn't matter, bro. Just shit there, dude. Even if John Gruden doesn't get fired it's not good enough, bro, to barely make the playoffs for some of these franchises and some of these head coaches. It's not just good enough to be a 500 coach for 10 straight seasons. You talk to any Cowboy fan how they feel about Jason Garrett and his 510 seasons. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. Now, am I trying to start, you know, the fire Mike Tomlin movement? Not unless he's coming to Dallas.
But yeah, I mean, and the whole thing with Mike Tomlin, before we go too far off the subject about it, you know,
I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan.
I think we all agree, you know, when Key gets back, I'm pretty sure we all agree Mike Tomlin has nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? Like,
God, I hope not. I would hope not.
And so,
you know, it's a travesty that guys like Marvin Lewis and Jim Caldwell, we haven't seen their numbers called again. They're the travesties, bro.
Well, I mean,
it's not that Brian Flores got fired and didn't get an immediate shot that, you know, 2 months later, right? Tell me again why Marvin Lewis, who was working for one of the most, you know, cheapest and depleted franchises in the Cincinnati Bengals, right? They only had like 13 scouts that worked for him at one time in their scouting department, right? And this dude is doing the work that he's doing there with Andy Dalton, and he's created all these different, you know, identities as a franchise, you know, for that franchise. Bro, how the hell is he not getting a call again? You know what I mean? How's he got to be a special advisor to Herm Edwards in Arizona, man? It just don't make no sense, bro.
What's good, Mondez?
Hey, what's up, money?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It doesn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense, bro. Like I said, dude, this stuff does not shock me, contrary to popular belief, right? But I also know too, this is a billionaire boys club, bro, and I sure in the hell ain't gonna cry foul for dudes who are getting broken 7 figures to walk away from a job.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's walking away from a job. He just felt like he wasn't getting no fair.
Well, hey, how about this, Steve? Here's a $1 million paycheck. You fired.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he's like, okay, I guess I'll have to deal with this, right?
Well,
you know,
it's
not like, hey, you smoked weed, you fired.
Yeah, no. You know what's funny is like I was just about to say I wondered if I had to send Key another invite.
Nah, he should be able to log right back in on the same one.
Right there. What's going on?
Yeah, Mac. Hey, we'll see Perfect about timing. This fucking internet. I tried resetting the router. We'll see if it gets.
Way to hit the window there, buddy. You hit the window right as we were talking about. Man, maybe we got to send it now.
Nope. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I mean, we just got a text. We found the one person that's watching.
Oh shit! Look out now.
We
even got him to comment. Look at that. Yeah. Can we like that?
Like, comment, and subscribe, my guy. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. We should Venmo him the money. We should Venmo him the money live.
Right there
$5 per listener.
Right. We should Venmo him the money live. Like, we got you, Monez. We got you.
So I mean, so you guys don't believe that the 100,000, you don't think that's going to be an issue? I feel like that's what's coming out to be a bigger issue. I mean, granted, we understood teams tank. Hell, in the NBA, they had to do the lottery because teams were fucking tanking.
Come on, be real, bro.
And
they were tanking a little bit sooner than that, bro. It's called the process. It's called the process, bro.
And so we understood that, but in football, I mean, here's the thing. Until you get someone saying that you're getting incentive to lose games, doesn't that really fuck with the integrity of games? And then, like I said, if you're a player on that team and your coach is telling you from the top, I tend to believe that's why that fucking Miami team started playing well. He probably told their asses what he said. Pulled the major league.
He might have major leagued it, bro.
Yep, major leagued it. Nobody wants you to win. They're betting on you to lose.
But here's what I think. I don't even think the tanking is the big deal. I think that it's indicative of the fact that there could be something worse going on there if you're doing that. If someone's paying you $100,000 per loss, is that just for a draft pick or somebody betting money on the side? That's the real questions about the integrity of the game, because that opens up the possibility that that's happening in any game, not just a team that's trying to go for a draft pick that's already out of the mix. It opens up a lot of different possibilities.
If you get the directive from the owner to tank the season, then anybody in that organization that has any knowledge of that can just gamble and bet the under on this total wins.
Exactly. Are we back on this again, bro?
Yeah, because I think it's a big part. I think that's the bigger part of it, is that we're talking about the integrity of the game. And it draws all that into question more. So if a team's tanking, like if you're 2-8 or something, I expect you to kind of tank toward the rest of you're not trying to win games at that point. You're out of the mix. So try to get a good draft pick. That's to be expected. But if you're doing that early in the season, which you guys are talking to the major league, well, that means the dude was telling him that early in the year. And when you look at the playoffs, right? I mean, we're having the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl right now, and they barely beat the Raiders in the first round of the playoffs. So basically, any team that entered the playoffs, you're looking at it, the parity that we have in the league right now, you got a shot to go win a Super Bowl.
You got a shot.
Why the fuck would you be tanking that early on? If you have a team, the Dolphins, what was their final record? I mean, they were competitive. The end of the year, they were in.
They went 7-1 down the stretch. They went 0-7, then 7-1 or some shit like that.
Right, exactly. So that to me is that's where it becomes more questionable. I mean, like I said, if a team is 2-8 and they're fucking, you don't want to win no more games at that point. But if you're tanking before that, that's.
Here's the thing: is I don't know if here's the thing. They were just playing bad football, and they nobody knows the actual timeline of when the tanking conversation really happened.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So,
that's what I'm saying, though. It calls up that to me is the bigger issue. That needs to get hashed out because
when I made the reference to Major League, I was really just making reference to the idea that Brian Flores went in with a fucking naked picture of Stephen Ross and said, "This is what he just told me to do." let's go out and fucking shock the world.
Yeah, I mean, however he told them and got them hyped up is how he told them, but I believe he told them.
You know, it seems as if that may have been the case, but who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Well, regardless, that dude, I think he's a good coach. He's never going to coach in the NFL again now.
I think he will.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a chance carrying the snowball. I mean, maybe they will throw him a bone, but when you look at Kaepernick, I don't know how you could think that when you look at Cap, because you look at these rubbish ass shit. Niners are a perfect example. Steve, this is a question I had for you when we were going to get into some Niners stuff. And but if you guys had Cap instead of Jimmy Garbage Polo at the quarterback, it just goes into this. No, I'm going to go right back around to it. I'm just saying, if you had Kaepernick instead of Jimmy, do you think you guys could have won the Super Bowl this year?
If Kaepernick been in the system as long as Jimmy if
he was your quarterback. My point is just that Kaepernick's better than a lot of quarterbacks out there right now.
Yes.
I would still rather him out over a lot of other quarterbacks.
I think he's not getting a
job. I think that they won't blackball this dude.
Throw a pass in 4 years, bro.
No, we're talking about if he was in the system like Jimmy.
But you haven't seen him throw a pass for 4 years, and you're.
I don't know if he can play right now. I don't know
every day.
I don't know about that right now.
You're missing my point.
I know what you're saying. As a quarterback with Cap.
I thought we took everything as absolute. You know.
I'm making a point about how the NFL will handle him, and whether or not he get another shot at being a coach again, because they never gave Kaepernick another shot. And so what makes you think they're going to give this guy a shot? Because there's plenty of times where we've seen where Kaepernick would be a step up from quarterbacks. You could say whatever 4 years. How about it 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Actually, I know I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't end up being offered, like the Houston job after he goes and interviews there, because allegedly he's supposed to still interview there because of the so-called Patriot connection with Casero that's there.
He still might get a job. We was even talking about what better place to go than to Jacksonville.
If I was him, bro, go play for Shad Khan should be way the fuck out in front of this trying to hire that dude, bro.
Dude,
talking about integrity alone. Who you just
opposite of Urban Meyer.
Tell him, Steve. Tell him the conversation.
And you can give Miami the business for fucking this all up.
In my diary.
Well, this is a good one. We should write this down. I say that dude does not coach in the NFL again.
I think he'll coach. Just the difference between the player and the coach, you can be out the league for 5 years and still get a chance later on.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Bro. He doesn't strike me as a dick for meal. Yeah,
he ain't won some fucking Super Bowl at some point in time in his past, or been some heralded coach.
You know what's going to happen? He doesn't have to be under the rug. He'll get a job at one of these CBS and just talk about the game. As long as you're around the game,
that might happen. He might get a job.
Two image-conscious franchises. I think there's two image-conscious franchises out there that really need to take a look at him.
I think he will. Maybe not this year, but I think he has a chance this year. And I agree. The Jags need a head coach. This is a perfect flip from Urban Myers.
Yep.
You can give it to Miami and old Florida. I don't know.
Especially now that Tampa Bay is done.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that you would say that, Steve, that you're going to be the one saying that you don't think the NFL is going to blackball, dude. That's crazy to me. It's crazy.
I think because I think the NFL is so
too much light on it, bro.
So
too much light on it too.
How much light was on Kaepernick? Look at Kaepernick.
I'll bet money Roger Goodell's up there calling those teams trying to get one of them to fucking hire this motherfucker.
And he's too well connected not to be a coordinator.
Why do you guys hire this nigga?
Well,
I guarantee that's probably Jerry Jones is probably on the phone saying we can do better. We're going to get him down to Houston and give him a second job for a year.
The NFL's out there to try to get this man a job so we can shut this. Same man try to please NFL team. One of you motherfuckers come out here and give him a chance.
Yep.
Look,
and
again,
if my
that's all he wants to do is protect the image of the NFL.
Denver, he probably
and the best way to protect that image is to get that man a job. And it doesn't matter. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get it or not, but I believe Roger Goodell wants him to fucking coach. Is on the phones trying to figure out.
Roger Goodell needs him on that wall, bro. Roger Goodell needs him on that wall. He doesn't just want him on that wall. He needs him on that wall.
There's no even if so, because then his lawsuit becomes even more baseless.
Yeah, that would be the one reason for them to do it, but I don't think that's gonna happen, man.
Well, it's just like we were talking about earlier, though, Key. You know, the NFL does these little token things to create
a token thing right there.
Get away from.
Yeah, but that's a step farther than I think they're willing to go. Power's big in the NFL. They want everybody to know who's in charge.
If they send him to a crap ass team like Houston, he wins 5 games over the next
fucking
2
Jacksonville.
Come on, bro.
He either succeeds or he fucking fails, and he'll be gone.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you got to have a team first off that wants to have him in there. These are all run by millionaires who are not going to be like, "Hey, I'm going to bend over and hire this guy to save the league." So you
just fired a coach who was totally the opposite of what this guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also where is that at?
Who would have taken the $100,000 and who would have tampered?
Right, exactly my point. Does he need to do that in Jacksonville? I don't.
No, because I don't think Shad Khan is looking for that, bro. I really believe Shad is really looking to put somebody in place. They don't want to run the football side of things, bro. The Khans don't. They're more than willing to put a football dude in place and let them, do their thing.
Oh, dude, to be honest with you, the team did you talk about Howard's son? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He sent text before. He had actually
told Howard me almost died from COVID.
Really?
Yes. Hope you're well, Howard Harris. If you do catch this, he said
Howard, much love,
really
touching
Howard,
for
about 3 days.
We gotta get you to watch it. Is what we got to do. Send you the text.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, some people, man, it got him bad.
I was like, oh, bro.
Yeah.
And then what's crazy was he was just here, maybe a month or two before, and we seen him, right? I was even able to take him over to Stevie's, he's still Howard, bro. Motherfucker's like, 55, looking like he's 30. Don't know how he's doing it, bro. Don't know how he's doing it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but he's doing well though, bro, and he misses you too, Key. He sends texts and talks about you a lot, just so you know.
Yep, that's my guy, man. I love Howard. It's funny. There's certain people you meet at certain times that just like, for whatever reason, that's always your guy. Howard will always be one of those people right away. As soon as I met that dude, it was like,
See, that'll keep Jacksonville relevant on this show. So Howard, you just know we'll always speak about Jacksonville as long as your son's on the team.
You're damn right.
Yep. Yeah, and if they stay real bad, we'll talk about it.
They should hire this guy as their coach. I think it'd be a good move for him, though.
No, they should bring me in as a personnel guy. How's that sound?
You guys are. I don't. It's not about whether or not it'd be a good move for him or something. I think he's a good coach. I think he'd be a good hire for a lot of people. It's a matter of
there's a lot of
what's really going on in the NFL, and I think you guys have a different perception of what's going on in the NFL.
No, it wouldn't surprise me he won't get a job, but I think the Shield, as in Roger Goodell, I think they're trying to push for this dude to get a job.
I could see that. I mean, you guys make a valid point that it's the best thing from a PR perspective they could do. But it's just the history of what I've seen, how they operate with race in the NFL, it's a power structure, and they are not going to cede power to that. They didn't with Kaepernick, and I feel like there's a line in the sand with them, and it's like, we're not going to play that game. We're not going to do that. Once they do that, they kind of admit fault. So I don't think – he's got a pending lawsuit against him. I don't know, man. I mean, it's like you look at the UFC with Dana White. If you got a pending lawsuit against the UFC, you ain't fighting, motherfuckers. You ain't fighting in another league again. We're gonna. And not only that, we've got more money than you. You want to sue us? Well, we're gonna sue you back on petty shit nonstop and get you mired in court for the next 20 years and ruin your motherfucking life. What Dana does is
criminal, bro. What Dana does is kind of criminal, bro. He really is kind of criminal. He's got them dudes out there throwing down for $10,000 to fight, bro.
It's crazy. Well, did you see that?
And they're making multi-millions of dollars on the productions and pay-per-views, and it's like, come on, cut these dudes a check, bro.
Did you see what Randy Couture said about the Francis Ngannou situation?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's interesting. So he was like, if Francis leaves right now, because there's some legal stuff, but if he leaves right now and tries to go fight for somebody else, the UFC will do exactly what I was just saying. They will sue him, and they will get him mired in legal battles for the rest of his life, make it so he can't fight anywhere else, and cost him a bunch of money in legal fees just for the spite of it. They know they ain't going to win none of them.
How can they sue him, bro, if he just doesn't sign the deal, right? He's fulfilled his contract. He just has to wait until December, and it runs out. He doesn't have to fight. He's fulfilled his 10-fight quota or whatever it was on his contract. And so he's actually got a lot of power. My understanding, he's got some power in this, and Dana's a little bit afraid of the power that he holds because of the timing of all of this, more so than anything else. Now, had he lost this last fight,
that was
right. But go ahead. You know far more than I do.
But there is. Well, this is what Randy was saying. So I'm just going off of what Randy was saying because I thought the same thing you did till he was talking about it. I think there's something in his contract where they have like first right or whatever to him. There's an aspect to his contract that they can get him mired in legal battles. So it's not as cut and dry as everyone thinks it is. Francis certainly he's the champion. So he has a big leverage point on them for them to want to keep him, right? Because he is the champion. So he can try to get more money for them to continue to have him fight. But it sounds like there's a way that they can make it so he can't go fight in other leagues. It's almost like having bird rights to somebody.
Is he beat up John Jones?
Right now, I think so. Yeah, I think
you think so.
Yeah, I think he would smash John. Just because when was the last time John fought? And the last few times we've seen John fight, it hasn't been that impressive. We've never seen John fight at heavyweight. I would like to see John have a tune-up fight.
Have you been seeing any of John's training videos?
Yeah, I mean, I see John's stuff all the time, but training's training, And I've seen some of them.
You see the transformation of his body, right?
Yeah, but I also see some stuff that makes me a little suspect. He's not built for heavyweight, bro.
Like his chicken legs?
His fucking ankles look like they're the size of my ankles, dude. And then he's got all this weight on. He looks disproportionate. It don't look right on him.
Yeah, those chicken legs are a little worried. I'm a little worrisome about that, though. But come on, bro. This is John Jones we're talking about, right? I mean, he ain't gonna get steamrolled. I don't think.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think he gets Ciro gone.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think Ngannou can take him down and sit on and ride on his back and do all that shit, bro. Like as easy with John as he did with Frenchman.
John at 205 with the leverage points he had, with his height and everything, he doesn't have that advantage anymore. He's not going to have that huge advantage with reach. And we've seen before when people have a close reach on him
around, bro. He throws world-class wrestlers around, bro.
At 205. At 205.
I think he'd be able to defend.
Francis is a legit 260 walking around.
I'm with my boy, bro. I'm sticking with my boy since the first time I seen John Jones.
Stick with him.
That dude, I think he's going to be dangerous.
He barely beat some scrubs his last few fights at 205.
I'm going with him. He didn't have no reason to, dude. He'll even tell you he was showing up high, drunk, all fucked up, getting all fucked up. He even talked about it before every one of his
fights. For the Alexander Gustafsson fight
a week before.
For the Gustafsson fight.
All right.
For the Gustafsson fight, he said.
Right.
For the last fight,
that fight was garbage. I got it.
Just to kind of cut the monotony of me not knowing what the fuck you guys are talking about at all. Like
watch a fight, bro.
I get it.
Take the skirt off and fucking watch a fight or two.
Well, I'm about to ask you for our 1-2 viewers. We had 3 at one point, but. So say you're not
had to log off.
Totally understanding where we're going with all this for the novice guy. Like, get me into this mother. I don't even know. All I know is Dana White, and then you guys went off the fire. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, Francis Ngannou is the heavyweight UFC champ, bro, and he has slept.
Is there a fight coming up? Is there a big fight coming up?
No, he just finished a big fight. He just finished a big fight recently.
His contract's up, and so
his fighting.
Very rarely do fighters get to be in a position of advantage over the UFC when it comes to contract negotiations, and the UFC has famously fucked their fighters over when it comes to money.
Time.
Besides Conor McGregor, he's the only dude
he's a
really
two-time defending heavyweight champ, I believe, as well, right? Two-time defending.
Yes.
And so his contract's coming up.
Right? So dude, no heavyweight has ever been in this position in the UFC like this. Never.
And he's also been taking motherfuckers' heads off when he fights too. So he's extremely exciting,
dudes, bro.
I mean,
so he's trying to get paid.
Steve, do this. I don't know if you can bring up videos, but if you can bring up the knockout, Steve, if you can bring up videos, bring up the knockout of Francis Ngannou.
Have Chris
over Alistair Overeem, and that'll give you an idea who this dude is. All right. Well, don't worry about it. Watch it another time. No, listeners out there, if you haven't seen it, YouTube, Francis Ngannou, Alistair Overeem, and watch him take Overeem's head off. It is frightening to behold.
Why you got to do that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm trying to, bro. When Chris let me use his ESPN Plus, I was all over the UFC. I just didn't have it long enough. I was trying to. Because I want to talk this shit with you guys, but I don't know enough about these.
Why you got to show this one? Why do you got to pick this one?
Well, you want to see what Francis is capable of. I literally thought when that first landed that he killed him. Like it is the most devastating punch I've ever seen. It is.
Dude, this looks like it's a fucking Punch Out video game, Stevie. Let me see.
Crazy.
It is absolutely crazy.
It does. It looks like the old back in the day Mike Tyson knockout when you like boom, and you hit Glass Joe with that fucking uppercut and his head flies back into the fucking stratosphere.
All right.
Yes. Okay. Let me get over there. All right. All right. Can you guys see it?
No, I'm at it right now.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Mud water. Yeah. Fucking $5 a cup. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, bro. It is utterly destructive. It's just straight destruction. Here, do I have to do this as well? This might help.
Skip ads, bro. Skip ads. Okay.
It's up finally? Yeah, we're out here.
Uh-oh. I think this happened to us before. We're going full
You got
screen.
volume?
We can't see it, bro. This happened before when you tried to go full screen. I remember we had the same issue. Yeah,
how about now?
There you go. We're good now. Okay. Behold the devastation, my guy.
No glove touch either, dude. That was another thing I felt about this fight.
First off, look,
Ngannou's on the right, kid.
Both these dudes are like
Overeem is a well-known roid. He used to fight at like lightweight, bro, back in the days.
He was at 205, Chris.
A lot of roids or whatever.
He was eating horse meat. Come on, let's be realistic.
But he was an absolute force. He was an absolute force in fighting.
No, he's a K1 Grand Prix champion. Right? He's a great striker. Yeah. So this is like this dude he's fighting is no slouch. The lighter skinned cat is Alistair Overeem. Francis Ngannou with the dyed hair, that's the champ. At this point, he's not the champ, but Overeem was the K1 Grand Prix champ, so he's a world class striker, one of the best. Granted,
Overeem is way old at this point in his career too.
And there's USADA, so he's not able to use his Mexican supplements
exactly.
At this point. So he's not as bulky.
Here it comes though.
Wait! Oh my God! Did you see his head almost comes off? Oh my God!
Good Lordy!
Yeah, that was tough,
bro.
That was tough,
bro.
Are they going to show that in slow motion?
Yeah, they'll show it again. Yeah, it doesn't in slow motion. It doesn't even do it justice.
Oh, bro, I felt for you. I know having to sit in the studio or sitting there seeing this live. I know you had to start thinking about shit, bro.
So this is how this dude's been just knocking motherfuckers
his toes are still curled. Joe Rogan saying he's calling the play-by-play on his knockout, bro. Yeah. Like he's been electrocuted.
Really, Steve, the only fight where he hasn't done that is his last fight.
Stiff as a board.
His knee out training camp before it, so he wrestled him.
Even now, he's still stiff as a board. Knock the fuck out, bro.
Watch.
You want to see Debo? This is Debo for real.
Uppercut from Kansas City. Oh my God.
Kansas City.
Did you see him cock that motherfucker back? He was prepped with it too. Watch this shit. Watch what it. Boom! You see he's holding down there at that full angle. I mean, that is.
That's the one you don't want to get hit with. That haymaker.
Oh my God, bro.
Watch it from here, though, bro. Watch how far back he goes.
Look at that. Look at
what's funny is if they slow that down really much, because you can see how bad his snap was, bro. They probably had him in a neck brace after that for whiplash.
The dude brought that motherfucker back from this.
Knockout.
Yeah.
Francis.
So that's why we're excited about this shit, Steve. That's why you need to get down on it, because there's a lot of another real good one you could show him is Kamaru Usman versus fucking MAGA Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
That is
that is a good one because he knocks him out pretty quick too. Here's the thing, Stevie Ray. This is how you got to look at this. How you kind of got to look at it. Better them dudes than us, right?
Okay.
Rather see them whooping each other's ass than me having to worry about it.
Well, I mean,
I like a good fight. I've always liked a good fight from the days of Leonard and Hearns and Hagler and Hearns and Duran.
Yeah, those days are gone. I mean, that's what I know. This is like boxing is
UFC one, bro. I have UFC one watching Royce Gracie win 3 fights at 170 pounds against giants. Dude, it was over, bro, at that point. I mean, that was probably that to me. That's still one of the probably 10 greatest physical feats that I've ever seen.
He said both are hitters. Lucky shot.
Alistair knocked the shit out of was it Frank Mir? He knocked the shit out of Frank Mir. Alistair Overeem did.
Did he? Frank Mir got knocked out towards the end by a lot of people. Overeem's fucked up a lot of people though. Overeem's had some great knockouts himself, but I forget who if he knocked out Frank Mir. Frank got knocked out so many times.
I know. Oh, maybe it was Brock.
Well, yeah, that's one of my favorite fights. The liver shot he had on Brock. I mean, those body shots. That was when Reem was still Uber Reem. That's when he was still roided up. And so it was the clash of the roid heads there with him.
Hit share, bro. I'm gonna hit share.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, watch this shit. This is one of my all-time favorite. Favorite ones because I really hated Lesnar too. So this was I just wanted to see Lesnar get punished, and Overeem came.
Yeah, I wasn't all into the Lesnar UFC thing, bro. I was like, yeah, dude, you're just a big motherfucking dude, bro. That's just a bulldozer, you know.
Well, I was a big Frank Mir fan too back in the day.
Me too, bro.
I met him. So
I met Frank Mir, Key.
Oh, did you?
I did. I was fortunate enough to meet him at Disneyland out in front of the Tower of Terror.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
I think I've seen this dude beats the shit out of Brock Lesnar, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
This is funny. I think I've actually seen this fight.
The knees
to the body, bro. Look at him.
Has probably the greatest knees in UFC history. When you get hit with one of
he's hurt bad. He was not ready for those knees to the body.
No. And this is when he was coming back from diverticulitis too, I think. So his body was also not really up to snuff. But I don't care who you are. You ain't withstanding an Overeem knee.
Those knees were vicious, was deep too. That was deep. And Overeem's always been known for his knees, bro. And that too, look at it. It was over right there.
Yeah. They said people who were cage side said he was screaming for help when he hit his body because he's not a real fighter and you're not used to those body shots. I mean, they are devastating. So he had never got hit with stuff like that before. And when he curled up in that fetal position, the people cage side said he was like almost crying. He was screaming for help, sounded like a little girl.
Yeah, he was fucked up in that, bro.
Yeah.
This is the scar that he still wears.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites because he takes Kane down and then as soon as I saw Kane explode up from the ground, I said, "Oh, Brock's in a lot of trouble. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. Yeah. It's about to get nasty for him." Kane's the bad motherfucker. I love Kane. Such a bad motherfucker.
See, yeah,
I think he really should still be in the talk for greatest heavyweight of all time. Because
right here, he has him down.
And Kane says, "No, I'm gonna get your big ass up." Because Kane's only like 230 at this point, 235 maybe. I mean, the size differential you'll see here is staggering. Brock's so much bigger than him. So for Kane to just pop right back up was damn impressive. You knew Brock was in trouble at that point.
But Kane again was a world champion wrestler too, dude. Just not, you know what I'm saying? He or collegiate wrestler as well. Plus, they train really well over there in San Jose. He was a
AKA
top team.
It's AKA.
It's AKA, yeah, bro.
American Kickboxing Academy. That's where a lot of them fucking Luke Rockhold.
But see, this is when Brock was at his full regalia. Here.
Yep.
This is when he even had CM Punk thinking he can go and fight at this point.
Right. Yeah, that was classic. Yeah, Brock was a real wrestler, though. I mean, he didn't come over without skills. He's a big dude.
Yeah, Division I at Minnesota, right?
Right. I think it was.
Right. I think he was a Division I heavyweight champ at Minnesota or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. But look at the size differential, and Kane's able to shake him right there.
Look at the fluidity, bro. Kane threw punches with fluidity, bro.
Yep. See, gets him down. Watch Kane. This is like, oh, Kane's in a lot of trouble. Everyone's thinking Kane's in a lot of trouble right here. Division I wrestler. He's outweighed by 30, 40 pounds.
Controlled his head, got right the fuck up.
Soon as he did that, I said, "Oh, Brock's about to get his ass whooped."
Yeah,
he is about to get his ass whooped.
Yep. And then those start to weigh too, bro.
Yeah, and Brock ain't ready.
He's two-time All-American at Arizona State. Velasquez.
Two-time. Yep. Yeah, and that sharpening, what is that? Iron sharpens iron. Him and Cormier being together at AKA, training with each other all the time. You're just not going to be. If you don't have training partners like that, you're not going to be able to compete when you get in with someone like this. Brock was training with a bunch of yes men at the time. He didn't have real training partners, so. I think that's what differentiated this. And also cardio. This is cardio versus steroids, and cardio wins in fighting for the most
his
part.
Cardio was, see, Brock was staying at this way too long, bro, because he didn't want to throw with him, too.
Exactly.
He didn't want to step back and square up with Cain, because Cain throws solid-ass punches.
Oh, yeah. Cain's a good boxer, man. Real good boxer. And he can take a shot.
He's got his hands separated, and as soon as they separate, his arms are shot, bro, at this point.
Yep. Brock's done right here. You can see it on his face. He's like, oh, fuck.
Just look at the way he's swinging. It's just setting in. That lactic acid is setting in.
Yeah.
You can just kind of see it. And Velasquez is just ready. He's just get going. Look, he's on the attack.
Cain
that's when you knew it right there.
He's just ready to go.
It's like it's about to end.
Yeah,
it's a wrap. But still, these are all fun fights, but my favorite fight of all time, Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, fight 1. That is my favorite fight of all time.
Oh, yeah, bro. Because they both had to dig deep in that fight, dude. They both were digging deep, dude.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers, at the end. That was Nate's.
I love that shit,
moment.
Dude.
Yeah. So great.
Look, there it was. You see that? He's so winded, bro. He could barely stand. And then
spinning
he's
around like a ballerina.
That knee. He's worked right there.
Yeah, Cain used to just overwhelm cats.
And then here it comes. At some point, he splits his wig hella good with a good-ass shot. It might have been that elbow right there. One of these splits him hella good, bro.
Cain was good at splitting people up. Remember that Bigfoot Silva fight? I'd never seen so much blood.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Bigfoot Silva.
He had him bleeding.
Look, Brock's lost at this point, bro. He's in the weeds,
it was
dude.
Brutal.
In the weeds. Look at him. And I think it's right here.
Look at Steve on his phone. Look at Steve on his phone, though, Chris. This is why he ain't into UFC. He ain't even watching, man.
Look, he hasn't splitting yet. Is that it?
Watching these two dudes go to war, and this dude's over here texting somebody about.
He's getting smashed here, Rogan says, with 90 seconds to go. This is not Shane Carwin. This is awesome.
Yeah. Cain was a beast, man.
There it was.
Oh, that was the one right there. That was
the one that's splitting, bro.
Says.
And yeah, you notice he's a turtler.
Big time.
Him, like they used to say when people would read their takes on the Jim Rome show, right? Jim, we've got a reader. Yeah, it'd be like, Dana, we've got a turtler. Brock don't know how to defend it when he gets punched in the face, and it's not going very well, other than to turtle the fuck up, bro.
Well, that's one of the signs they say of when it's time to retire is when you see guys start turning away from shots, turtling up, because you need to see the shots coming at you. So as soon as you stop looking at the shots that are coming, then your days are probably over. You should hang it up.
Well, yeah, because those are the shots that get you, is the ones you don't see coming, right?
Yep.
I mean, the fact is, be a good fighter, bro. You got to have your eyes open.
That's right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing. You got to be willing to get punched in the face with your eyes open.
Right? That's what separates a lot of the people.
Yeah. Oh, it's all fun and games.
Being able to do that. They're world-class athletes. If you can't do that, you can't compete in the UFC. Yeah. You can be a scary puncher. See you hitting the heavy bag, you're scary as shit. But if you can't take a punch to the face, keep your eyes up so that you can counter shots. You need to be able to counter, man. If you can't do that, you can't fight. There
are ample dudes who like that punching bag machine at the bar, bro.
Hey,
yeah, there is.
So let's switch gears.
There are a lot of dudes
we
who
did
don't
our
want to
nice
take one to
old
give one.
20-30 minutes on the UFC. What about
giant baseball?
What about
the
Tom
Brady?
Babies?
How about the Hum Babies?
We didn't get into that.
What
you guys think about Tom Brady retiring?
I mean,
I'm sad about it, man. Legitimately sad about it. I hated Tom his whole career.
Finally, how about that? Fucking finally. Maybe everybody else has a real chance now. Finally, how about that?
I wanted to see how long he could go, dude. The guy had spent all these years eating. Like, did you see his diet? The dude would eat tomatoes. He had the most restrictive diet.
Props, bro.
And
mad props. His discipline and dedication.
And it worked. I mean, you looked at him, his longevity is amazing. So I wanted to see how long he could go. I wanted to see how long it would last.
Props,
I think
bro.
he could have kept
playing. I would have liked to have seen him play to 45 too, dude.
He probably could have.
That's one of the goals I think he had probably written down in his little personal diary. You know what I'm saying? Was let me play till I'm 45, right? But dude, it's a good time to walk away, bro. He's not walking away like a beaten man like a Roethlisberger who can barely, throw a 15-yard out nowadays.
Roethlisberger, the game has put him out.
Well, that's the thing. That's what happens to most quarterbacks, bro.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, most quarterbacks don't, most great quarterbacks we've seen in our life. Dude, Elway was. Dude, why do you think they talk about Elway's little run where he spins as such a big deal? Was because he was a beaten man at that point too, bro.
He was a beaten man.
Dude.
But he could have played another year.
And we've all seen this too, bro. We've all seen this where you think a guy still got it, and then the next year you're like, what? Is this really Drew Brees we're watching? This can't be Drew Brees.
Well, Drew Brees was declining for years. I saw it like as a fantasy player. You've seen it. Like it's starting to.
Well, that's what. Well, no, what you seen was, but you didn't. They were winning as a team, bro.
Right.
With Drew Brees, so you don't really see that all of a sudden his arm strength is starting to fall off the map.
Yeah.
Right. And then the last 2 years you're watching it. Not only is it evident in the second to last year, but that last year that you're watching him, you're like, dude, I feel
he can't push the ball down the field.
Really hard, bro. Yeah. So to see Tom doing it and still have the velocity that he has, but it's a testament to understanding, the willpower to drive towards greatness. I was telling Antonio, it was like, dude, one of the reasons why certain guys do what they are great, right, is the simple story that we've seen about Tom Brady finding a way to shave 0.2 of a second off of where he held the football in his drop because it got him quicker to his release, to his throwing motion, bro. And he did that in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there's a huge factor in all that, though, and what you guys are talking about, too. You watch players fall off. It's injuries, because as you get older, your ability to come back from injuries gets diminished more and more.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about, like, Drew Brees, he had injuries in those last few years, and he didn't recover from them. And so when you're in your early 30s or late 20s, you can recover from those injuries. But when you get them when you're, 38, 39, you can't recover. And that's where Tom's longevity is really impressive. Part of it's his play style. You guys mentioned Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger's play style, you all knew he wasn't going to be able to play.
He wasn't going to last.
Bro.
A ton of punishment. And also, Roethlisberger didn't treat his body like a temple like Tom Brady did. Roethlisberger was out drinking beer, raping bitches in his free time. So
what did they say? What did they say? Last in, first out?
Yeah.
Roethlisberger was last in, first out for a long time, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's what they say. He went through a windshield in the motorcycle accident. Remember, they thought he was going to die.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So that's a big factor. I mean, that's why, to me, that's why Brett Favre's run was so impressive. Because Brett Favre took, I don't like
his consecutive starts.
It's crazy because the dude took so much damage over his career.
Especially
as long as he did. Brett was a cowboy, man. That boy didn't.
Especially at that point. Yeah, he played through the era of you still get a foot, a step shot, right? You could take a step, right?
And you can light them up, and it's not like
there's no hit zone. There's no hit zone.
You can light them up,
right? Yeah, but that's all right. Gamblers,
but that's how quarterbacks build their
anyway, and
reputation of being able to know the absolute take that hit.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous, dude. So the hit zone on the quarterback. Let these dudes play football, bro. Right? Dudes are coming by trying to swat the ball as they're releasing, and they accidentally hit him in their freaking helmet. Oh, come on, man.
some of it's
Baker Mayfield. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What's up, Baker? You don't want to hear my opinion.
What's up, Baker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Baker,
I don't know.
If
you can't spell that sentence properly, you're not going to the Super Bowl, bro. Okay, let's just put that out there, right? Okay. There's only one O in 2.
Yeah.
Here we go. Grammar police.
Hey, bro. I mean, if we read it, we going to the Super Bowl.
Chris, there's an old rule on the internet.
Step your text game up.
If you mention grammar, spelling, or Nazis when you're in a debate with someone on the internet, you automatically lose. Don't be the grammar Nazi. It's disingenuous debating. It really is. It's like, you can't win at the point, so you're going to clown on the dude's spelling.
Bro, I can crush Baker Mayfield's dreams on why he has no business being anything more than a number 2 for the remainder of his days.
Well,
yeah.
Baker's a flawed quarterback
Baker was he got to about injuries.
Cleveland.
Baker was injured last year.
Still don't even know why Cleveland took him number 1. Quite honestly, should took Saquon. He was
playing through injuries.
Cut it out, man.
He was. Yeah, he's playing through injuries all last year. Okay. I don't think Baker's like a great quarterback. I think he's better than he looked last year. And saying take Saquon.
Baker ain't better than Jimmy G, bro.
Bullshit.
He ain't better than Jimmy G, bro.
Shit.
I don't think he's better than Jimmy G. See, again, this is where we go with this. I mean, Jimmy's not even going to be our quarterback next year, so I'm still going to be honest about it. I don't think Baker's better than Jimmy. The only thing Baker would have on Jimmy G.
He should go take Baker's job. How about that? He should go take Baker's job in Cleveland.
I'd like to see him try.
He's probably going to go to Pittsburgh anyway. Pittsburgh.
Well, he's an Eastern Illinois dude. Where's Eastern Illinois at? That's by Chicago. What else is over by Eastern Illinois?
Well,
Ohio, Cleveland, actually. Cleveland and Ohio. I think that is to the east of Illinois, is Ohio.
It is, yeah. Ohio's to the east. It's southeast.
Right. So, I mean,
you got Indiana in between them, I believe. So,
okay. The Colts would be, if I was Jimmy, that's probably where I'd be angling, because the best player on any of those teams is probably Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably be thinking Pittsburgh's next, because they have the best coach and they have the best next player in Najee Harris.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I could see him taking Carson Wentz's job. Carson Wentz sucks.
Even though Myles Garrett should get recognition in the conversation as well.
But they probably
Myles Garrett's an absolute animal.
But I could see him move towards Pittsburgh. I could see him move
Pittsburgh's the best opportunity right now for a quarterback if you're looking to move. If you're Jimmy, you're begging to go to Pittsburgh, in my opinion. I would take Pittsburgh over Denver, personally.
I hope any of these teams take him so that we can see what Jimmy really is.
Well, Jimmy is
I think if he goes to Pittsburgh, bro, he's going to, at a minimum, be 500, bro. At a minimum. Tomlin don't know how to do anything less.
So he's going to be average. He's not going to be great. He's not going to be terrible. He'll be average.
He'll be the bus driver.
I think he's going to be terrible.
Bro. He's a bus driver, bro. He's not the guy who's going to go out and chuck the ball around the field, 40 times a game and throw for 4,000 yards, bro. If that's what you envision Jimmy G String as, you've got issues.
Bro. You're not going to get that.
No, of course you're not. But I think you guys are misinterpreting the system. He played it.
No,
I can't even. My internet is fucking garbage. Do you guys want to do this for a little bit? Because I can barely even use this shit. I'm gonna go switch to a different internet over at my mom's house.
Okay,
we'll carry. I got you.
Carry for like 5-10 minutes. I'll be back.
I got you, bro. We got you. We got you. I guess we need to. You have your book there?
I do have my book here.
Sure. We need to write this down so we can pick this up when he comes back. As you know what I mean?
The Jimmy G content. I'm not gonna forget this.
Jimmy to Pittsburgh, Jimmy to Cleveland, Jimmy to Indy. I think their relations with Indy also opens the door to Indy too, because they sent Buckner there, and I know they're happy with Buckner, bro.
All right.
Oh, they're happy with Buckner.
All right, let's get down. We're already, since we're down to one viewer, which could be Baker or Mondez. I don't know.
I hope it's Baker still.
Huh?
I kind of hope it's still Baker.
Either way, we're gonna try to get a couple more little topics going on since we've been an hour. Try to get about 30 more minutes. You know what I'm saying?
What's next on the agenda, my friend?
Well, I figure we'll talk about Jimmy. We should hit on the Super Bowl a little bit.
Dude, didn't you hear me say, bro? It's kind of funny. The NFL moves real fast. We don't even get to talk about the games. We haven't talked about the games yet. We haven't gotten a chance to talk about the games that just happened or the ones coming up, right?
Our teams.
Right? Yeah. I mean, well, I can always talk about the disappointment in my team. So,
well, we're all disappointed in our teams.
I could quietly talk about how the Boston Celtics have been playing well over the last couple of weeks, though.
And well, now we're talking about that.
I still am going to hold very true by my statement that I do believe that the Warriors are still going to put the league on notice once all hands are on deck.
I agree with all of that. All of the noise and all of the smoke.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro. You see those flashes in Clay, bro. You just see them.
Yeah. So
bro, some of those Jays are so money. That one the game winner he hit the other night, dude. The net didn't even move. And what's funny is I'm trying to show Anna this, right? I'm like, look at this shot, babe. Look at it. I even played it on replay, right? Like, look at it. Just so pure. I mean, look how quick. Just set, pop, bam. Net doesn't move. I'm like, man, that's son. That's how you need to shoot. Just like that. Just like that, son. Just like that. I mean, yeah, it's only a matter of time, bro. I really do believe it's only a matter of time. That those two are ready to take off. Can I ask you this though? Okay. We can do that. We can do that. That's for sure. I was going to ask you, Steve. Did you see the almost poster by Ja Morant, though, bro? When he tried to yak on some dude from the Knicks or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, he was talking it back like Dominique. And my favorite part. This is my favorite part. Is you could tell that kid gets it, bro. Because on the way up, he's giving everybody the like you're supposed to, right? When the yelling on the dunk started, it's because you're doing it on the way up, not after you've already did a little half-ass little fingertip dunk, and now you're screaming. It's not like that, right? It's supposed to be, bam, and you see Ja Morant try to do that, bro. I was like, yes.
And
I like that kid.
We're definitely going to get talking about the Niners in a minute. We're going to wait on Key to get started. Yes. We're definitely going to bring up something about how basically where we think Jimmy G is going to go and what's going to happen. I'll bring in our thoughts on what's going to happen with the Niners. We're going to go over our teams basically. And I mean, right now, like if you ask me, like since you're here right now, I'd tell you my biggest thing is I think Jimmy and the Niners are going to split ways. The Niners are going to trade him off to a team that I think Jimmy is going to feel like he has a chance to win or do some things. I think they'll try to send him to an AFC team, and I believe Pittsburgh fits the bill for them. What they're going to get back from him, it'll probably be minimal at best. Who knows?
Dude, I told you guys, bro, that these decisions were already made a long time ago when they just at Zach Wilson's pro day, contrary to popular belief, and Jimmy super outperformed come playoff time. Well, I wouldn't even say Jimmy outperformed. The team outperformed, what was the reality of what was happening. And we're seeing the reality of those decisions made way back when to give up 3 first rounds for Trey Lance.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is not news. This isn't a revelation. I do think that the Niners are a class act organization. I think that they are going to help Jimmy get to a good place, right? As long as it's not an NFC style place, right? Unless it, they might be willing to send him to New Orleans. There's no more Sean Payton there. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I do firmly believe that, the Niners are going to treat him right, bro. He was a good soldier while he was there, man. So, yeah.
So what do you think? You think so? Like I said, I was picking Pittsburgh. You think he's going to get a team like that? I feel like that's the best destination for him.
I think Pittsburgh and Indy are probably the two best fits for him, quite honestly. I think Indy, because of their relations with the front office there, with Chris Ballard and John Lynch, and that deal that they had for Buckner, really having value for both teams to a sense, right? I think Indy would be more than willing to consider bringing Jimmy in. I think that Pittsburgh probably as well would be a real good fit for him because of the style of play that Pittsburgh as a franchise, does, which is defense, run the football. So
I think either one's a good situation for him. They both have a solid team around him, which is what Jimmy's going to need to go to be successful. Tomlin, I think, will be the guy to get to tailor things to him. He's good at kind of moving his scheme around to fit his personnel. But then on the other side, in Indy, he's getting a quarterback guy as his head coach. So that'd be a good situation for him too. I think either one's a real good spot for him to land. The horseshoe stays in his ass if he lands at either of those places, because they're both places where he can be mediocre and continue to be successful and ride. I'm not. It's true, man. You guys are delusional with how good you think this fucking guy is. He's terrible. He's a piss poor quarterback who does not deserve to be where he is at. The Niners have a very odd scheme that has enabled his deficiencies to be hidden the whole time he's played. And if he goes there, they're going to be able to continue to hide him. And he's going to collect a lot of money over his career being a piss poor quarterback. And I think it's unfair. It really bothers me. It fucking irks me. The guy sucks.
The Niners have, I do believe, I agree with you. The Niners do cover up some of Jimmy's bigger warts. Okay. I know,
as I said last
we have
time.
I know we have a particular Niner fan on hand right now that will consistently stand up and say, look at the winning percentage between him, the war, quote unquote, of Jimmy G in San Francisco, wins against the replacements. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's your argument for Jimmy. I understand that. Right. But dude, some of these other quarterbacks are just as bad as him, bro, and not much different than him. Right.
There's a few. Yeah. Carson Wentz. I mean, I agree with you. That's why I say Indy. Carson Wentz sucks.
Jimmy played a lot better than last year Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. Agreed.
Right. So we're not asking him to go in and reinvent himself and become, some 4,000, 5,000 yard passing savant. Right. What you really need to understand is that he is a bus driver, a good bus driver. And apparently the locker room seemed to love him, bro. They seemed to love him.
For sure. And I think that goes a long way. I think there's a number of quarterbacks out there where the players like him, his teammates like him, they like to play with him.
And I think this organization I think the Niners are a classy organization, right? There's a lot of things that I admire about how they've done business for a long time. I think that they're going to do him right. They're not going to send him to Houston. Right. That's
where I'd like to see him go somewhere where he actually has to do it, so we can see what's really made of. All these other quarterbacks have to prove themselves. This fucking cunt goes to the goddamn Patriots, lucks himself into this wonderful situation in San Francisco, and never has to prove that he can play football for shit.
You want to put him in a scenario where he could go either direction? How about you send him to Denver? He's got a brand new OC that just worked with Rodgers. Okay. He's got young receivers in Sutton and Judy, and Tim Patrick is a baller as well. He's like the Tim Jennings of their receiving core, in my opinion. Right?
They got good running backs. They got Javonte Williams is a beast.
Is about to ball out. Right? They've invested in their O line. That dude Miners, that log hogging around dude is strong, and he plants his base. I like that kid Miners a lot on their O-line.
Me too. I agree.
Their D, even though they got rid of Vaughn, bro, their D is still good. They've got probably still the best safety in football, maybe, right? But they definitely have a legitimate defense, especially up the middle. So
that'd be a good. I agree with you, Chris. They got a team. I'd like to see him go there.
Yeah, if he goes
they had
there,
Bridgewater
that would be a
before
good
they were
challenge.
mediocre.
In a great division.
You got a barometer because we had Bridgewater there. Where do you rank Bridgewater? Do you think Bridgewater's better than Jimmy?
He is way, dude. Bridgewater is barely the 33rd best quarterback in the league.
See, I think Jimmy and Bridgewater are super comparable.
No.
So that's where I would like to see, because I think that's where you will see him and dude. If you put Teddy Bridgewater on the Niners, you're telling me that the Niners wouldn't be better? I actually think he's a better quarterback than Jimmy.
No.
So that's why I would love to see him go. I would love to see him go to the Broncos so we can see what he's really made of. Because then we could bet. Then we could bet. Then we got something real quantifiable.
I would like to see him go to Denver.
I got Jimmy as like
lose there because he's in a division with.
No, I understand that you think that, Steve. Let's pull up a list though, so that we can go over this, so we can really see.
Dude, I'm gonna lose if you're already putting Bridgewater ahead of him. So it doesn't matter what list
Chris can be the deciding vote.
The list doesn't matter anymore.
Okay. You got to listen
to everybody else.
Hold on. Stop talking over everybody. Let's bring up a list, and I want to see if you'll even agree that he's actually 15 when we go through a list, Steve. Because I think if we go through a list, even you'll have to admit that the dude's not a top 15 quarterback.
He's probably not. But go ahead, go through the list, Key. Let's.
Well, I got to pull one up. Steve didn't want to do it. Let's pull up a list.
We can just start naming them.
No. Let's pull up a list because we named him before and we got real far. But I want to pull up a list.
Yeah, I think we ranked him at like 16, 17.
No, that was without even looking at a list.
And that's because you started
I got through like 7 pretty quickly. I know that.
That's fine. We could probably come up with 10, 11, 12 pretty quickly.
I mean, here's the barometer.
When you start getting to
Derek Carr, Jimmy G. Who's better?
When you start getting into 15 and 20, that's an argument. That's just now. I just like
that's still better than Baker.
I think that he's about 20. I think he's about 22 is where I'd have him ranked. Whoa, what the fuck? Why does it gotta have a goddamn commercial?
I got him between 16 and 32 almost for sure.
Okay, 16.
And maybe now that Tom's moved up or Tom's moved on.
Yeah, so we got to leave Tom. We got to leave Tom in there because we're basing it off this past year. Tom just retired.
I'm good with that because he was a friggin' top 3 quarterback practically.
So let's go through a list.
FYI, Stevie, as Kiwani pulls this up and shares his screen with us, I was going to say that those grunts are legit, bro. They're fragrant and smelly and tasty and pretty legit that you got. Yep, legit.
Okay.
Big fan, right? So
All right, hold on. I'm just going to read off some names here.
I'm about to.
Okay, I'm going to read off a name and just say better than Jimmy or not.
Can
all right,
share the screen?
Well, I can, but it's not going to go real great. But here, how the hell do I?
Yeah. Just try it so we can all so our viewers can follow along.
I don't know how to fuck to share.
Our viewer
Baker needs to see why I'm like even a top 20 guy.
Our viewer.
Hey, Baker's still watching, bro.
I don't know how to share a screen. You pull it up, Chris. But anyway, I can just read off names if you want.
Nope, I don't see it.
What you want from me, buddy?
Just pull up the name of quarterback. Pull up a list of quarterback rankings. I got NFL Network
rankings.
Here. QB Index ranking all 32 teams' primary starting quarterbacks.
On NFL.com. I got you, bro. I got you. It's coming. Good thing. It's a good thing one of us is on a Mac. Huh?
Low. I already know.
It's a good thing one of us is on a Mac. All
right. They got Jimmy at 18. They got him and Bridgewater back to back. They got Bridgewater at 19. So that's my point. Those guys, I think that's a good comp. They're right there with each other. So then we can go through the guys after.
First of all, are they ranking him just based upon his standings on playing half a season? He didn't even play the whole year, bro.
Yeah,
it's just they're ranking the teams as from a talent perspective. Where would you rank them? Like, where would you want to take these guys? Ranking all 32 teams' primary starting quarterbacks.
I mean,
so
bro, You guys see?
They got him at 18. I think that's way too high. I think go after the guys after him and see if there's people after him you'd rank in front of him, because I for sure agree with all the dudes in front of him.
All right, so here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let's come back. Come back here. What the just happened? Damn it.
See, hold on. Oh yeah, one of us got the Mac, huh? Fuck your Mac.
That was user error.
I just don't know how to do it. Yeah,
that was user error. That had nothing to do with the device. Here we go. All right, are we back?
Yeah, we got you here. Okay.
Okay, so
just go up to the
we'll
look
go down.
at these names.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, right, for sure. 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe.
But what?
Maybe.
I got Kirk ahead of him, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about Kirk.
11, 12.
I'm not taking that.
This isn't ranked though. This isn't ranked.
Okay.
These are just Aaron Rodgers. They don't have Aaron Rodgers.
That's based strictly off of their passing yards alone.
Right.
Where do we want to go? Their rating?
No, I have an article where they're ranking the quarterbacks as far as who's better than who. But whatever. That you want to do that, I don't care. That's meaningless.
I got
Chris, you're on the wrong thing. This is ridiculous. Because those aren't actually ranked. We're going to go to let me just read off names.
That's the stats from this year showing you.
All right, read off.
That's irrelevant. The stats are irrelevant. They don't tell the story. You saw Aaron Rodgers was down there. You don't know how many games each person's played. So if you're going by fucking passing yards, it's a meaningless fucking list.
Hey, settle down there.
Come on, give me your quarterbacks. Come on.
Put your head in the snow and calm down.
Let me start reading off names, all right?
Here we go.
Ready for it? Okay.
Yep.
Tom Brady, right?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, that's Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. So that's 4. Patrick Mahomes, 5. Josh Allen, 6. Kyler Murray, 7. Matthew Stafford, 8. Dak Prescott, 9. Derek Carr, 10. Ryan Tannehill, 11. Russell Wilson, 12. Kirk Cousins, 13. Lamar Jackson, 14. Jalen Hurts, 15. Matt Ryan, 16. Mac Jones, 17. And then here comes your boy at number 18 on this list.
I disagree with that list.
Disagree with who?
First of all, I think he's better than Kirk Cousins.
I don't.
I believe he's better than there was another motherfucker you put up there. Them last couple. Go back to them last 4 of them.
Mac Jones?
Right now, yes.
Nope.
Who else?
Nope. Matt Ryan?
Yes.
No. See, this is a ridiculous thing to say, Steve, because look at what somebody's asked to do in their system. Matt Ryan is asked to be everything for that fucking team, and they're crap. They have no talent on there. So you're sitting there, you're basing that upon what? Upon what? Not
Jimmy's
the eye test,
not a better quarterback
not watching
than
him
Matt
play.
Ryan.
He's not a better quarterback than any of those guys. I could see the Kirk Cousins argument that, like, okay, talent-wise, they seem to be on a similar deal.
Matt Jones, I can put him ahead of them too.
I would
you
definitely
put him ahead of Ryan Tannehill, in my opinion, too.
Yeah, absolutely
I think so too.
Okay, so that's a good one. We talked about Ryan Tannehill. What does Jimmy G do better than Ryan Tannehill? Name me one fucking thing.
Win big games.
How? Who won more games this last year?
I mean, bro, did he not get to the NFC Championship game twice now?
So what? That's your
Tannehill is 0 for in the playoffs. He started as many games and once again has won none.
We're talking about the eye test. You watch the two of them play.
Dude, just because Tannehill was a former receiver and can run and jump.
I'd rather have Jimmy Garoppolo
over
Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins, or Mac Jones.
He's a way better bus driver.
I'll give you the other guys. I'd rather have Jimmy G over those 3 guys for sure. Even if we want to argue the Matt Ryan, all right, I'll be fine with that.
Even you trying to argue Jalen Hurts?
There's a reason why Atlanta should be going after a quarterback in the draft in the first.
I do believe that they should have drafted a quarterback that year because of
how
old he is.
Give you the Matt Ryan argument, but I'm not going to give up. I don't believe it. I think now, like you say, it's an eye test. It's all about. I get it. Jimmy's not a top 10 quarterback. I get it. But he ain't the worst. And it can get bad. And I've been in a position watching my team with bottom 20 quarterbacks, and it's worse.
Dot. Come on, Steve. Can I ask you a question?
I can't help it. I got one.
Were you trying to argue against Jalen Hurts? Did I hear that momentarily correct?
What?
That you were trying to argue Jimmy G over Jalen Hurts?
Yep.
It's complete detachment from reality.
But we didn't argue it. I didn't even bring that one up. I forgot about that one, but we didn't even bring that up.
It's preposterous. Any of those names you mentioned is preposterous. We were going through
the list.
You need to look at what these players are asked to do.
All right, well, we'll see where Jalen Hurts, how long Jalen Hurts lasts in the league. I'll even bet money Philly's thinking about getting another quarterback.
No,
I'll bet money that any team that Jimmy G ends up on will be thinking about getting a quarterback real quick, just like the Niners fucking did when they traded away the farm to get a replacement for the piece of shit. So this is complete detachment for reality. Let's go through some quarterbacks after him, after what they have him ranked on here, and see if we would take any of them ahead of him. The ones you mentioned are laughable to me, Steve, but let's go ahead and go after those so that we can see if there's other guys out there. Bridgewater, I think him and Bridgewater are super even. That's 1A, 1B. You guys think he's better, whatever. We'll agree to disagree. Carson Wentz is after him. I think he's probably better than Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz is absolutely atrocious. I assume you guys would agree.
Carson's a bad decision maker, bro.
Yeah. Terrible quarterback.
In the moment. In the heat of the moment, he's a bad decision maker.
Jameis Winston.
But he's more talented. He's a Ryan
Way
Tannehill.
more talented.
You can argue Carson's Tannehill-esque because he's more talented than Jimmy by far.
I wouldn't take no Jameis Winston over him.
I would. Definitely.
Ooh, I probably would.
Oh,
hell yeah, I would.
If you can curtail Jameis's mistakes a little bit, he's prolific. He has the potential.
But you can't.
Him and Sean Payton were starting to click a little bit, and
that's why Sean Payton fucking retired because he knew he couldn't do nothing with him. If Sean Payton thought he could win with fucking Jameis Winston, Sean Payton would still be coaching, and Jameis Winston would have been starting.
That's
if he didn't get hurt, a season-ending injury.
Yeah,
he would have been starting, and they would have made the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. Because they still almost made the playoffs without the fucking guy, with no quarterback.
Bro,
quarterback.
Jameis is thrown for 5,000 yards. Okay, he's thrown for 4 yards in one season, and Jimmy has in 2 at times.
This is a dumb argument. I'm not arguing.
Well, Steve, we're just going through guys here. You know, you can get Tua. We talked about Tua. Would you rather have Tua or Jimmy G? I'd rather have Tua.
Of course you would. I get it.
No.
Tua's better than
how I feel about
in my opinion.
Tua has way too much.
He is better than Teddy Bridgewater. I agree, he's better than Teddy Bridgewater, and that's why I say Teddy and Jimmy are very comparable.
And that's why I know you can take Tua. I can always just look. Would I take this guy over Teddy?
Yeah.
Jared, here's one. Jared Goff, and that's exactly where I have Jimmy ranked. I would rather take Jimmy than Jared Goff, but it's close. Those guys are right there. That's, I think, very good comps for where Jimmy lines up talent-wise in the NFL. I think if you put him on the Lions, they end up being about the same team.
Okay.
You could say that for almost a lot of these dudes. If you put Bridgewater on there, they're getting the first pick overall too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said, though. I agree. Those guys, I think, are all in that. They're interchangeable.
Who are we talking about?
Carson Wentz.
I think all those guys.
I don't know if Dan Campbell are in that enough talent to get them.
Put them on a bad team, they're going to lose. Any one of those guys, 15 and under, on a bad team is going to lose. That's why they're down that far down the list.
Yeah, well, Jimmy's ranked at 18, and your team was in the NFC Championship game, so maybe that should tell you something about your boy there, Chris. Steve. Think about it. You just said that, and then but your boy's ranked at 18. That tells you a lot. He's crap.
18 to this.
The expectations coming in all three areas in trouble.
I don't care about that.
There's a lot.
I don't care about NFL.com. Fuck NFL.com. What kind of shit secondary site is that, right? Yeah, we can pull up whatever site you want, Steve. Anybody
Steve,
quantifies talent is not going to tell you that.
But I agree he's about that. I get that. I'm not saying
go to one of the sites that I got.
I agree he's a middle-tier quarterback.
No, he's lower tier, Steve. That's what I'm telling you. We're all saying him, Carson Wentz, Teddy Bridgewater, those guys, they're all in the same echelon. That's the bottom of the league, bro. That's the bottom of the league. The guys below him are rookies, man. The only reason they're there is because they're fucking rookies.
Here you guys go. This is Pro Football Focus.
Okay.
This is all they do is rate players and things along those lines, right?
Okay.
All right.
Yep. So far, I agree with a lot of this list.
I mean,
that's exactly where I have him ranked. I literally had him at 22. When I went through my shit, I literally had that dude at 22. I couldn't.
I mean, but look, bro, would you say this about him? Would you say this about him?
I wouldn't say that about him, but he didn't have a great year. Right? You know, so
fucking told you this dude's a scab.
Based upon this last year, he was terrible, but he was hurt all year. He was playing through injury all year.
He ain't no better than this dude.
I agree.
You know, but yeah.
But yeah, that's where he belongs. 22. You can argue some of the other things. Jimmy belongs at 22, in my opinion. I could see even down to 25.
Like, how about this? This is pretty comparable, if you ask me.
Absolutely. I was just going to get to him when he was the next name I was going to say.
Daniel Jones and Jimmy are pretty comparable.
I would rather have Daniel Jones personally, but yeah, I think they're pretty comparable.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. Jimmy's not going to be on our team next year.
And it's the best thing for you guys, Steve. That's what I texted you. The guy's crap, man. You know, I don't know why the Niners.
I don't know why the Niners been lockstep in that for a while. That you should have got rid of him in the offseason.
Yeah, we made it. We made it this far. We almost made it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, we almost made it. We wouldn't have almost made it probably with someone else.
You don't know. There's no way to know.
There's no way to know.
Almost are those bodies scattered along the climb to Mount Everest too. Buddy.
Yes, it was. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. But I want to see Jimmy go to the Broncos. I think that's a great one, Chris, because then we can really it's a perfect opportunity to see where it gives him great opportunity. And it also gives the rest of us a perfect opportunity to see what he's really made of, because we saw.
I just think that Aaron Rodgers is going to take that chair from him.
I just want him to go to the team that gives us the most.
Yeah,
you know.
Maybe a 5th round pick, Steve. I think you guys are in line for about a 5th round pick. That's what I'd give.
Hell no, bro. Jimmy's going to get a 2, bro. They're going to give up a 2 for him, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Whoever does that should be fired. That's what, and they will. They'll get a season, and then they're going to get canned.
They might, dude. If somebody gave up a conditional 1 for Carson, I could see somebody giving up a conditional, and it's not going to be in this year's draft. They'll do it in the next year's draft. But they'll do it at this draft, saying for next year.
But Carson was Frank's boy. That's the thing. He had coached him already before. He thought he saw a lot of greatness in that. There's not who's out there that's going to do their
they're Bible buddies.
They are homies. Yeah. So I don't know that Jimmy has someone out there that's going to do that. I mean, maybe there's some dude, somebody out there who wants to gaze at Jimmy all day. Some fucking guy that thinks he's great.
I mean, dude, I do think that if I was Jimmy, I would absolutely be begging to go to Pittsburgh.
I would like to see that, because Tomlin will eat his bitch ass alive. Tomlin ain't going to tolerate that bitch shit Jimmy's going to bring him.
Yeah, Tomlin.
So what does the Niners got to do then? So we got Trey. Now that means we need a backup.
Blow it all up.
Get a veteran back.
Get them all out of there. Oh, wait, my bad. Oh, that's what Dallas has to do.
What I think you guys need to do, Steve, honestly, I think you guys have great personnel. When I looked at your guys' team and I thought about what you guys need to do to get over the hump, I think that Shanahan needs to adjust your scheme a little bit. It's a great scheme on a lot of levels for things, but if you look at the playoff teams this year and really across the NFL, the good teams, what do all of them have in common? And this is going to go back into Jimmy G, but it's great quarterback play. And that's why there's so much parity, because there's so many good quarterbacks. And so he needs to let your quarterback be great. He needs to let him be great.
The league has allowed quarterbacks to have free fucking run of shit.
Yeah, whether it be the rules, whatever, you need to have great quarterback play.
We haven't had a chance to talk about, bro. How do you allow you kick the ball off? It's 13 seconds. How are you not just tackling receivers right off the line of scrimmage and taking the 5-yard penalty and running time off the clock? Why are you not skipping it down there, making them receive it and run time off the clock? I mean, dude, to say, now don't get me wrong. I know that Pat is fucking money. I'm not saying that he's not, bro. But bro, these defenses nowadays are playing right into this shit.
Yeah.
Playing this prevent, this soft stuff. Bro, me and Stevie was watching the replay of the Marino fucking, Chicago Bears game in 85, right? Dude, man, there's 7 dudes on the line of scrimmage on that Chicago defense. Right?
Yep.
You don't see that anymore, bro. They are utterly petrified because, and here's the thing, I think they're doing it mainly because they know they can't just hit the quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to be
and there's also everyone's petrified to get burnt over the top at the end of a game. So keep everything in front of you. But yeah, I mean, you go with so much work for you all game.
Where's Ronnie Lott playing today's game?
If you got 6 or 7, you can't. He don't get enough time to get on the top of you. You lay him out. Right. He only got so much time to throw that ball. So
yeah, bro.
You can't get it. He couldn't. And this is Marino, who was really getting it out quick.
Dude, quick release, Mr. Quick Release. That's what he was known for. Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy.
I watched that over the top. And we know Marino had the arm to go over the top.
Of all and he had good receivers,
but he didn't have time to get deep.
You know, one, you ain't getting punched in the mouth as a quarterback as often. We could tell because you get to tiptoe up the sideline for 5 yards because DB's got to be afraid of touching you as you're on a scramble, bro. That wasn't happening, right? All of us, you start doing that, those hits start weighing on quarterbacks. And then when you're down to your 2-minute warning and that quarterback's already been crushed 4 or 5 or 15 times, right? We'll find out how great you were. We'll find out how many times you can take Jim Burt. You can find out how many times you can take Jim Burton, you know, concussing your ass and coming back and actually standing in that pocket again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, right now, these dudes come on, bro.
The point remains that it's a quarterback-driven league.
It is.
And you don't play a quarterback-driven system with the Niners right now. And I really think if you're going to bring this young kid out there, you got to let him ball. If you want to get the Niners over the hump, that's going to be the key, is adjusting scheme to benefit the draft pick that you gave up ass to get. If you guys continue to play the way you want to play, I think you'll compete, but you won't ever get to a Super Bowl.
Are you saying that they need to spread it out?
Every now and then, yeah, they need to adjust.
3 receiver sets?
Sometimes, yeah. You know, shit, you guys got 3 good receivers, right?
And Kittle is a receiving,
and Kittle,
savant.
You got personnel to be deadly playing that way.
That dude has made some of the best catches over the last 3 years of anybody in the NFL, bro.
Well, we're gonna really see what happens with the Niners this offseason. It's gonna
What do you think they need to do, Steve? You're the Niner fan. What do you see where you guys need to change up?
First of all, I got to find out if Trent Williams is going to retire, if he's coming back for another year.
He'll be back. There's too much money on the table.
And so, with that being said, I think we got to focus on our secondary. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We got to get some competition into that secondary, to bolster that up. I mean, our D line and our linebacker is what kind of saved us. So, yeah. I would personally say, like, we would have to try to bolster up our secondary.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
if you guys had a baller back in the secondary with that pass rush you have, the ability you have to just rush for
a ball.
If you had if you had a guy out there, a ball hawk back there, either a safety or a lockdown corner.
Or you get a lockdown corner and then you can start shading. At least now you can put the help on one side and not worry about one side, or at least one receiver, especially in our division where we got these mobile quarterbacks that can get out the pocket and extend plays, and then you turn these little plays into super chunks because these receivers are just gone. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I was going to say is I'd give Chris his props on this. When we went over the keys before, when we were talking about the Rams keys, Chris said spread them out and eat up that secondary. And that's exactly what they did. They weren't doing it all game, and it was like these dumb fucking Rams. Me and Chris were texting each other about how dumb the Rams are. And then as soon as they did that at the end, you guys couldn't stop shit. And that's where your deficiency is. You're absolutely right about that.
So, we'll see. We'll see another year. That's it for us. We get on the couch with everybody.
The other thing too, though, is speaking to what Steve's talking about with Trent Williams, though, as well. He was injured in that game, and spreading him out puts him more on an island. And that also helped as well because Vaughn and what's-his-face was able to get a little bit more pressure towards the end too.
A little bit. Vaughn disappointed me.
As crazy as it sounds, we didn't run the ball well, but that's fine. And that's another thing. Like, we do need to bolster our
Steve, are you going to have to franchise tag Nick Bosa or Debo?
They've been working on a contract for Debo already, so I think we're going to contract Debo.
He got $5 million in space, but
I also know. Right now, to me, I let those. I'm pretty sure they're smart enough to know how to get it done. I'm not worried about the money. If they wanted to make it work, they'll make it work. I notice all these other teams make it work, so I know they can make it work if they want to make it work. So I'm not worried about like the money like that.
I got you guys. Here you go. Boom.
Yeah, as long as the players want to be there, I think yes, and I think the players will. Bosa, I don't know. Maybe Bosa wants to go play in some fucking redneck shithole. I wouldn't be surprised.
None of that surprised me at this point.
That's why you might have to use the tag on him.
But I mean, and if we have to, then we use the tag on him. But I mean, I think once you get into the tagging of a player, like he's under contract, right? Like he's not going nowhere. We just signed him.
Yeah.
Bosa. We got because he's come. What is this? His third year?
This is right here, bro. This is it, dude.
Huh?
I think this is it, dog. I think you have to get into negotiations with him. I think after this season, he's gone. He's up for,
Yeah, we got him for one more season for sure.
Right.
And this is like that contract season where you want to get him locked up before.
Don't you get a team option for a fifth? Isn't there a team option deal for a fifth on those contracts?
I'm pretty sure there is.
I think they picked it up. I thought they have already announced they picked that up, didn't they?
Yeah.
On first round picks, they definitely have 5 years.
That's what
they have that team option on the fifth. Everything after that is 4, and after another certain round, there's another like a certain. You have the restricted free agencies attached to like rounds 2, 3, and I think maybe 4. I'm not sure, but something like that.
But yeah, man, I think going to what you're saying, Steve. Chris was talking about it before. If you guys had got to the Super Bowl, how good, and you won, your defense would have to be ranked like 3 all time or something. If you get an add-on into that defense, that's what you guys could do to take you to the next level. I think that's a good call. You'd have that fucking dominant ass defense, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
You guys got squad, really. I think if the kid can come in and play at all.
Yeah,
because we saw what Jimmy was made of at the end of the game. When that dude actually had to drop back and just be a fucking quarterback, it was embarrassing. I mean, it was a sight to behold. The guy was completely overwhelmed by the moment. He's flailing around back there, doing ballerina pirouettes with no idea what he's doing. He has no idea what receivers wear. It was humiliating. I mean, from a guy that's a Jimmy G hater, I was embarrassed for him. It was on the world stage. Really sad to see. So if the kid can just not be a world-class embarrassment, sky's the limit, bud.
This is another thing the Niners do really well, in my opinion, too, though, is they balance their cap between offense and defense. You'll see a little more heavier on the defense with Bosa coming up, and Debo and Jimmy will leave. You know what I mean?
How much was Jimmy's garbage ass getting paid? Like $25 million or something like that? $25 million. Right. The NFL just burns money, man. It's like, hey, it's cold outside. Let's burn some cash, player. Let's give Jimmy G $25 million. What the fuck?
That's messed up.
Dak Prescott made 75.
What?
Are there any big cap casualties? Samson Ekubon could be a cap casualty this year, save you about $6 million. Emmanuel Mosley, save you about $3 million.
I think we're going to keep Mosley. It just depends. It really depends.
How much were you guys paying fucking trash ass Josh Norman?
You got to be veterans minimum.
I hope so.
It had to be because he was on the couch.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You got him to come off the couch.
I don't think he's going to be on this one.
Yeah, well, he already gone. It took his ass off of anything Niners shit. Dude, that dude was a dumpster fire. Yeah, and to be honest, I actually thought he was going to be better than he was.
I did too. Yeah,
super disappointing to see that.
But you guys are right there, man. I mean, you guys are right there. I think just little improvements, and you guys could potentially get over the hump. Obviously, you got a good coach. You got a lot of good players across the board, a lot of talent. So if I was you, I wouldn't be so married to Jimmy G being good. If you were honest about it, I think you'd see how bright the future really is for you guys.
Oh, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't care. I just felt like he did fine for it. You know, I wasn't. Oh, bullshit. I wasn't totally upset about Jimmy or none of that. But
Jimmy's crap, Steve. Crap. What about? Well, we got to wait for Chris to get back. But I'd be curious to go over the Cowboys because that's another team that got a whole bunch of talent. What does he think they need to do?
Shit, that was going to be a good one.
Yeah, I want to hear what Chris has to say about that. I don't know where.
I wonder if we should do that tomorrow, bro. We're an hour and a half in.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do, we could keep going and chop it up.
Yeah, I don't care about chopping it up. But we can keep going. We can chop it. I'm hoping we can. Again, these long ones, I always like to get someone in there to try to cut them down a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. We could do a long one and then cut it into pieces, maybe.
Yeah, because
we could end this and start a new one if you want to. Start with.
Yeah, we'd have to do the whole email, send them all out, and rename it. I don't even know. Like, if we were going to start doing that, we would just
hold on a second, guys. I got to take this call.
Okay, you wasn't here this whole time anyway.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right.
Wait, yeah.
Is he gonna take the call? Is he going to take the call so we can hear?
Hi, Vanessa. How are you?
I guess we are going to hear.
What's Vanessa doing? What's Vanessa wearing?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Very nice, Vanessa. Very nice.
All right. I guess he figured that part out.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
you don't want to do that phone call live.
Yeah. Anyway, well, what do you think about the Raiders, Steve? I mean, we hired a new coach. You like that Josh McDaniels move? What do you think about that?
I mean,
get a little Patriots brain trust over there.
Shit. I thought personally, if I would have been rooting for the Harbaugh thing. I thought that I heard noise about Harbaugh, so I was more excited. Like, if I was a fan, I would have been more excited about the Harbaugh move. Yeah. The Josh McDaniels, we'll see. We'll see. Like, he's definitely. I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't think. Look, I don't think it's a bad fucking move for the Raiders. Like, I think it could have been worse. So I don't know. Like,
could have been worse. It's the Raiders, so it could always be worse. So you kind of look at you great on.
I think you got Josh McDaniels. We'll see what's his move with Carr. It seemed like he likes Carr. They wanted Carr before, so
yep. That means like Carr stays. Yeah.
Which means you have a shot at Devontae Adams,
yep.
who looks like he might be coming there too. So
that would be big. That would be
know what I mean? Like, and you guys were right there. So I don't think much. I think getting you guys in, that's my whole point of like what I would think the Raiders need. Like, first you needed some continuity in the front office. Now you got your GM and you got your head coach in place, right? Like, so that's your continuity. Now, you definitely need a number one wide receiver. You need a true number one to complement Renfro and Waller. You know what I mean?
So potentially, yeah, number one would be good. But McDaniels is talking about is he wants to run the 2 tight end set like he used to with Aaron Hernandez and Gronkowski. So they're talking about they're using Foster Rose
name. All that already, so that may get checked.
Hold on, man. Let me try to
mute that.
Let me try to get. Let me see if I can mute him. This guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I will.
Okay.
We don't need to hear about his musings.
I thought he would have did it himself.
He had it muted and then unmuted it. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He all of a sudden wanted us to hear him talking to Vanessa. I thought it was going to be Howard or something. And
that would have been awesome.
How are you? Oh, I'm having a wonderful day today. How was your day, Vanessa? Great. Put on his little
I would have thought that was Baker. But yeah, so like I said, I mean, they say a lot of things, and everyone says a lot of things, but what they run and they end up doing it to them. Look, if he can get Devontae Adams, he's going to get.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm just saying that they.
And then you work with the. What if you have Devontae and Hunter? You going to put Hunter on the bench? No.
No. What? No. Hunter Renfro is a slot receiver. Hunter Renfro is going to be in the Wes Welker role. This is what he envisions. Right. Hunter Renfro, Wes Welker role. He wants 2 tight ends like they used to have with Gronkowski and Hernandez. So you've got the super athletic cat in Waller already. He's throwing around the guy's name that's already there. The guy that's already there, Foster Moreau, is not a good tight end. So
hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. Go lay down.
So I'm about to call the ASPCA in this motherfucker, man. Over there yelling at his dog and shit. What kind of shit is that?
It's wobbly. Right on. Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Steve, man, you can get Sarah McLaughlin playing up in this motherfucker. You keep being mean to your dog like that. Someone's gonna call the ASPCA or something. Go lay down. Somebody gonna be you're in the arms of the angel. That poor animal. What is happening to him over there?
She was just getting excited. I had a friend come over, so she gets excited every time someone comes in, like they came to see her. So that's the first thing she wants to do. Yeah. And I don't want her to come through here and start running around and getting all crazy.
Yeah. And what kind of dog do you got?
Just like a little Chihuahua mix, like a little mutt type of deal thing.
Yeah.
Named Brownie. We got it for Alexis when she was little.
Okay.
So it's her dog, basically. Yeah. Sleeps in her. She takes care of, does all the dog stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Other than that, there. But anyway, so like back with the Raiders, like I said, I was just talking about just a number one. That was my whole move on.
If you can get Devontae, for sure you're going to do that, right? And then they got all their draft picks. I think the future is somewhat bright. My thing is, I don't like Josh McDaniels. I think he's an unlikable cunt. He's a smarmy. He reminds me of Lane Kiffin. He's a smarmy little bitch.
He does remind me of Lane Kiffin.
I don't like his ass. That's just, and I feel like other people are going to feel the same way. So we'll see how he comes in the room. He's going to have a hard time winning people over. The team wanted to keep Rich Bisaccia, so we'll see what he can do. I think that Mark tried to go safe, and I think he saw the safe route is going with this Patriots brain trust. The Patriots have always been successful. And the simple fact is Mark don't know his elbow from his asshole. So he just wants somebody to come in and do it for him, because if he's got to really sit there and think, we know it ain't going to be successful. So I don't know that I wanted Harbaugh either. I think Harbaugh was going to want full control. And I don't know if that was the answer, but
I honestly think this is a good move. Now that I'm back, I'll keep the camera off just for a minute. But I actually think this was a good move. If you want my honest opinion about it.
Well, you take the camera off. Okay.
Well, no, it needs to be off for a quick second. I agree with when I just came in, when I came back from my phone call, Kiwani was talking about Mark Davis have basically, not knowing his head from the hole in the ground when it comes to anything football, right? He basically was gifted this by his dad because he's his lone son, right? And I really do believe that he needs, this is what he needs is a tandem of somebody who's going to come in and put in structure and things along those lines. Hopefully understand the commitment to excellence isn't just an old saying. It was a way of life for the Raider Empire for a long time. And the hope is that McDaniel understands too that this is his second pass. He's got a legacy franchise in his hands, right? He's had the opportunity to sit, learn, and watch. There's a lot of hope, I think, behind this, right? I agree with Kiwani when he said bringing Harbaugh in would not be a good thing, in my personal opinion, because he would want too much control. It would be the Harbaugh way, right?
Yep.
We need somebody that understands, man, it's the Raider way. You know what I mean? And that commitment to excellence needs to return. And I do believe that Josh McDaniels is ready for that next opportunity. He wasn't an abstract dumpster fire in Denver. He was just, forced to take Tebow mania on. You know what I mean? You could see he seems to work well, right? Granted, he's had the greatest quarterback ever as his offensive, when he was offensive coordinator, more than a few seasons. But still, man, he must be competent. It ain't like Tom said, hey, you got to get this dude out of here.
Right. No, Tom loved him. I think he's a good X's and O's guy.
So I actually like. I'm not against this move for the Raiders personally. I actually like it. So far, of all the hires thus far, I'm kind of the biggest fan of this one. I think.
I don't love it. But I think they could have done much worse. And when you're grading the Raiders, not loving it is a win. Because normally the Raiders will do the absolute worst thing you can imagine at any given juncture. And it is
the Raiders will Raider?
They will Raider. And there's still a lot of Raider in this situation because you made the fucking playoffs for the first time in God knows how long. I guess since Del Rio, but that team, Carr was injured, whatever, didn't even really count. And so you really made the playoffs for the first time in like 20 fucking years. and you're going to fire everybody who got you there. So that's a Raider move.
But you know too, bro. Bisaccia was dead man walking, bro.
Yeah,
they just rallied. They rallied as an organization. But dude, I'm going to say this too, bro. Okay, again, I want to be on record. I hope we're recording this. I am a huge fan of the job that Derek Carr did as a leader and a general of that franchise.
Yeah,
I mean, standing up in the face of each and every one of those pieces of adversity that he had. A whole hell of a lot of other people and organizations would have happily folded up their tents. 100%. So mad props. Like I said, I want to see the glasses half full for the Raiders. I see them as a franchise that has to be good for the NFL to really be healthy. You know what I mean? When the Raiders are dumpster fires, it's not a good thing. It just doesn't look good, bro. It's just not a good look. So
I don't know. You're saying the NFL hasn't been healthy for the last 20 years because the Raiders ain't been shit for 20 years.
It could be true. Bro, I'm a Cowboy fan. I got to hold on to fucking kind of hope, bro.
But I agree with you. I mean, the NFL, let's put it this way. The NFL is better when the Raiders are good. It's great when the Raiders are a villain. But here's some things.
I think that I believe that McDaniels has an understanding of the depth of the situation that he's in, being the head coach of the Raiders.
Well, I hope he does. And I hope he has an understanding, because this is one of the things I said before this ever even happened, that I thought it was a bad move. I hope he has an understanding of what it means to coach in Las Vegas, because we saw what happened with Ruggs. And Ruggs wasn't the last person that happened with. Ruggs has that happen, kills a girl, and then what was the DB we had? Arnett. Well, no, the Arnett, but there was another one at the end of the year, right before we go into the playoffs, the week before the playoff game. Dude gets busted speeding at 100 and some odd miles an hour and gets a DUI. Right. And they didn't fucking bench him because we had to have him and it was a playoff game. But it's like, this is the danger of a team in Las Vegas. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So
it is.
McDaniel's going to need to come in, and players aren't going to like it because they like Bisaccia. But McDaniel's is going to have to come in and rule with an iron fist a little bit. It's going to be, he needs to come in and Rich Gannon, like when Rich Gannon came in and pulled out all the PlayStations and said, motherfuckers need to get to work and be disciplined. That's what's going to have to happen.
It's football is our business. Yeah. Football is our life. That's what we do in this building. It's football, football, football. We don't do none of this other shit. And if you're not here for the excellence, the commitment to excellence in football, we don't want you here. That is the only way it's going to survive in Vegas, or this is going to be an abstract disaster having NFL players in Vegas.
And I believe that he's a good guy for that. That's the vibe I get from the dude. I don't like McDaniels, but he strikes me as a no-nonsense kind of dude.
Yeah, he does, dude. You've seen him yell at Brady. Got to give him credit, bro. If you could yell at that dude telling you, hey, man, you're screwing up, I'm just trying to look at you.
All right, with that being said,
avocado sandwich.
We'll move on. Let's move on to the Cowboys. What do you guys need to do to improve next year?
You guys are nuts. It's funny. I hooked back up before I came back on, and I was listening. I can't wait to hear what Chris got to say about the Cowboys. I heard you guys plotting, setting me up. Okay.
No, I'm not plotting.
Look how red I'm already getting, kid.
No, Chris.
Look how red I'm already.
Real talk. I legitimately want to know, because when I looked at your guys' situation, you guys have a ton of talent at a lot of key positions. So it's like, what's
disheartening, bro?
There?
It's disheartening. First of all, okay, right? We will not have the same amount of talent moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay. We won't, because once again, right, these little 4-year plans that Jerry and Steve intend to put together seem to have this pinnacle moment of absolute disheartening failure at the end of it. And then they go into an off season strapped up against it a little bit, right, with 23 free agents.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on, bro. I mean, to say, oh, but they're come back. They own their division. They're going to do all this. Man, get out of here, bro. I've been watching this for 26 years now, okay? Jerry, as an owner, has been an abstract football failure. It was shown again. It was on full fucking display. You have a team that doesn't even want to score an offensive fucking touchdown, and you're losing to them. Come on, man. How talented are they, bro? Don't get me started, dude. Steve's been waiting for this. He's been waiting for this.
But I think you guys, it's not talent, it's coaching, bro.
It's coaching.
You guys are a dumb football team.
It's the whole franchise, bro. It's the whole franchise, right? This dude. First of all, what's the Cowboys' identity? Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
The star marketing.
Yeah, it's Jerry Jones. In my opinion, it's Jerry Jones. Yeah.
Okay, great.
That's
Jerry
who
Jones
I think
is the most out front, glamorous superstar Kardashian owner in NFL. Great.
He's a fucking
you
jackass.
Don't win,
I
dog.
hate the guy.
You don't win, right? Dear Jerry Jones, this shit ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. You have been an abstract failure since that day you made that fucking comment. And he won a 500. Could win, bro. You're still looking because it wasn't Barry Switzer and you. We did it, Barry. We did it. It wasn't you, bro. It was Troy, Emmett, Michael, Charles Haley, Darren Woodson. Those real leaders, the dudes who need to be in the Hall of Fame, not you. Your fucking bust is getting copperish every season. You get further away from doing a damn thing. That's what I've got to say to you, Jerry Jones. Go fucking get on your yacht, head over to Amalfi and get your draft prep in while you buy some more fucking art.
Chris, I don't honestly. I normally,
shit, dude.
Yeah, I normally like to root against my friends' teams. I hope for your sake that they are good sometimes.
Yeah, I know. For your sake.
I legitimately am worried about your long-term health prospects if they continue to do this to you, bro.
Bro, nice. It's every fucking year, dude. It's every year, bro.
Yeah.
Every year, every year, right? Don't tell me this is the standard. This is the problem, right? If you don't sell this as the standard, then I don't have a problem not fucking believing that that's the standard, right? Don't tell me that the standard is what Tom Landry and Tex Schramm fucking built, right? Don't tell me that the standard is Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman. Don't tell me those are the standard, and then give me dudes who can't win but a playoff game.
Well,
don't tell me that Jimmy Johnson built probably the most talented team in the history of the NFL in '93. That they had to create free agency because it was over, bro. It was over. And this fucking dumb fuck wants to get drunk on fucking scotch and wine and make Jimmy look at him like, dude, you're a fucking senseless bumbling buffoon. He leaves. And the talent alone, right? The talent alone, almost wanting 2 more. Should have won it. They were better than the Niners, bro. The Niners were a hired hitman team that year. Chris Dolman, Tim Harris, Gary Plummer. Those dudes, those all dudes fucking were like, we can't beat the Niners. Let's at least join them to try to beat the Cowboys. Let's get fucking real about it, bro.
Okay.
It made Fox Sports Network, for crying out loud.
Okay.
And this dude did this since that dude's statement, dude. They have done nothing but fail. They are a 500 football team at best. And every year we're all about the trophies. Bro, look at the numbers, bro. Look at the numbers in the last 26 years. You take away that Troy Aikman Super Bowl. From then on, bro, they are a 500 franchise. They are Jason Garrett, bro.
Well, how many franchises aren't, bro? I mean, most franchises are going to median out there. You've had some bad seasons. You've had some good seasons. Yeah. The one thing I see with you guys that I think I agree with you to some extent of what your problem is that it all comes back to Jerry. And so what I see you guys' problem a lot of the time is coaching. But I think the issue there is because it's really Jerry who's in control. It's kind of the old Al Davis deal we used to deal with the Raiders. Once an owner gets too big for their britches, and so you guys are kind of a dumb football team. And I don't like McCarthy as a coach.
Can I bring this up real quick?
When was the last time you guys had a smart coach? When was that?
Real quick. How about Parcells?
Right. Exactly. Okay.
But how about this? Since the last Lombardi, and once again, the legendary players I felt willed that team to. The Yucks have won 2 Super Bowls. The Bungles have gotten to a Super Bowl. The Feagles have a Super Bowl and been to 2. The Littles have 2 Super Bowls and been to 3. The Aints have a fucking Super Bowl. The Steelers have 2 bowls, 3 appearances. The Packers, 2 bowls, 3 appearances. The Niners, 2 bowls, appearances. I mean, the Panthers have been to 2 fucking Super Bowls, bro.
How about the Raiders?
Dude, Come on, bro.
There's a lot of other teams in there that have. It's hard to get to the Super Bowl, but
the Raiders have been to the Super Bowl.
They've been to a bowl.
They have. That
doesn't even include the Patriots.
But how long ago was that Raiders Super Bowl? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but
how about this? It was about the halfway mark of this fucking decrepancy of 26 years of Dallas Cowboys not even getting to an NFC Championship game.
What for the
not
Raiders?
even getting out of the divisional round, bro? They haven't got out of the divisional round.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's true. It's true. But there's a lot of other teams out there, and there's teams that luck into getting to a bowl. You guys have not been lucky. There's no doubt about that. You guys are dumb, and you don't play well in the playoffs. It's happened time again. I bring it back to coaching. I really think it's
the greatest marketing scam in all the history of sports, bro, is the Dallas Cowboys. He's been selling us for years that this team is all about Super Bowls, when in reality it's about lining his pocket, getting him yachts, and buying artwork to put around the stadium. Because if he really cared about football, he put shades on that fucking glass so his receivers wouldn't get the fucking blurs. You know what I'm saying? In a playoff game, right? He wouldn't let his fucking quarterback take his little starlet down to fucking Cabo with his fucking good buddy tight end, right? If he was really about championship football, it'd be about fucking championship football. It wouldn't be about whether he gets to show up in his fucking fancy ass bus, right? And hold fucking shop, right? It'd be about winning championships.
Yeah. I would say though, you guys are competitive a lot.
I just have put trophies in their fucking chest.
I understand, Chris, but how a lot of those teams have been terrible a lot of years too, and then they have a 1 year run. So would you rather be a team that's fucking awful for 10 years and then
so bad they can't even be bad, bro?
Well, you put
can't even be bad.
It's kind of the A's thing, right? You put a winning product out there, and people will watch, so you consistently generate revenue. I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to do. It's not all about Super Bowls, I agree. But I also think you made a good point earlier that it's about Jerry, right? So he wants to be a big part of why they would win the Super Bowl.
And now Steven.
Yeah, and now Steven. That's absolutely right.
Steve's heard me talk about this, bro. The problem is they're hubris to believe that they're fucking football guys.
Right.
Right? That they're going to show the world how smart they are at football. And that they've been taking their swings now for 26 years. Right? No offense, bro. Y'all suck. You ain't very good. Right? And even some of these great players and some of these talented teams that you put together can't overcome the deficiencies of your decrepit management style in Big D.
Yeah.
Big disheartening failure is what it fucking is. Year after year.
I will say this, Chris, you guys have some good players at key positions. I mean, you guys hit fucking Yahtzee on the draft this past year. You were at first angry you guys drafted the dude, and then I think you saw the light that it was a good pick, and it's turned out to be a great pick. So you got a game wrecker on defense. You've got a good quarterback still. I think he can be a good quarterback in the right situation. Okay. You guys got good receivers. You know, you got talent is what I'm saying, though. I mean, the future's still
talent that didn't
there.
show up this year either. They all played. They didn't fucking show up, did they? Oh, you got a good quarterback. Where the fuck was he for the last 8 weeks? Because he wasn't in Dallas. Oh, you got great receivers. Who? Amari Cooper? $20 million what?
$20
million 800-yard receiver. $20 million 800-yard receiver. whining because he's just disappearing act.
Well, Chris, the problem is you guys have too many good receivers. It's hard to spread the ball around.
We lose Michael Gallup in like the 5th week, bro. People wasn't pushing Amari Cooper for fucking playing time.
Yeah. Well,
right? There's no adjustment in this franchise. So somehow fucking little Sheldon with a playbook is the next coming, in Jerry's eyes. He's afraid that he's the next Sean Payton. Bro, you let that dude out the building. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you cock-blocked him from going and being the Raider head coach.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why they made a fucking rule saying you can't cock-block.
Yeah.
That's why he had to go to fucking New Orleans. Come on, man. This fucking dude has been a dumpster fire from Jump Street, and now his son is doing the same thing. Will McClay does his job, bro. He does his job. But then Jerry wants to fucking come in there, bring Rod Melinari in here and fucking say, well, who should we draft? TJ Watt? Nah, take this kid Taco. You know what? Every TJ Watt we should get a free taco, motherfucker. Jerry should pay for a taco.
I agree, man.
Fucking sack. How the fuck do you do that, dude? I sat in my living room, looked at my son, bro. That kid going to Pittsburgh is going to have a Hall of Fame career. My son looked at me. Come on, Dad, bro. He's going to play outside linebacker. He's going to get a shit ton of sacks. That's what Pittsburgh does. And we passed on him because we can't find a position. Oh, we're going to take the spark player, the guy who meets metrics. We're going to take the Ryan Tannehills. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. I want fucking football players. I want winners. Right, buddy?
Hate on Ryan Tannehill all you want, Chris. Hate on him all you want. Still better than Jimmy G. Tell you that.
All right, fellas.
Bro, at this point, Jimmy's got pelts. Tannehill and Dak don't.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's not really. It doesn't.
Pelts on the wall, bro. Like pictures of my kids.
Yeah.
Jimmy's been to title games.
Yeah, Jimmy's been to them.
Dak's been to losing divisional rounds.
Do you think Jimmy's as good as Dak Prescott?
Dude, let me ask you this. When it's all said and done, what fucking matters?
Right, what matters? So many other factors that go into that.
No. No more of this. No more of this. What matters? Why is Tom Brady the greatest? Why is he the greatest, bro?
He's the greatest because he's a great player.
Because bro.
No.
Don't get it twisted, bro.
No. That's part of it. Okay, so then fucking Robert Ory's the greatest basketball player to ever lace him up. It's an ignorant fucking argument.
Phillip Rivers has these. He's got all these stats.
Still a good player. It doesn't always. So not a great player. Was Charles Barkley just an average player?
Dude, he don't have none of these, bro. How is he in the conversation?
That's not what quantifies everything, Chris. That's not. That's
right. What's going on?
Tom's a dude, bro. Cut it out, bro.
Well, but
Tom's the greatest because of these.
Tom has
Manning breaking records. Drew broke records, bro. A lot of dudes broke records, bro. Tom played long, but Tom's got
players in their own right. All great players in their own right.
7 of these.
All great
and
players.
That's why he's the greatest. Why was Montana the greatest before that? These, bro. That's what fucking matters, dude. That's what matters.
It's at the end of the day, that's what matters, but you also have to put it on the field. If you're somebody who's on the team and you get all those rings, it doesn't automatically make you the greatest. That's not how it works. Tom's the greatest because you can watch him and see how great he is, and he has all those rings, and he willed his team to wins. He was the guy. He was the driving force behind those wins. That's what makes him the greatest.
Exactly.
He was just like if you guys make it to the NFC Championship game behind Dak Prescott, Dak will have a hell of a lot more to do with it than when Jimmy G takes the Niners there. Because Jimmy G doesn't take the Niners there. He rides on the bus.
That's right.
While they get there. Dak drives the bus there. And so there's a difference in that kind of stuff, man. And that's,
you're...
I mean,
all right.
I don't know, bro.
I gotta get off.
Let me ask you this. There was some pretty heady football played by not turning the ball over up in Green Bay by Jimmy G, whereas Dak didn't even know to get down with 4 seconds left on the clock and hand the ball to the ref in the moment, bro. I could go list after list after list of games where Dak's asshole was tight to start the game, coming out at the beginning of the football game, getting us down in every big game, whether it's the fucking end of the game at the end of the season when we're fucking 8-8, supposed to be trying to win the last game to go into the playoffs and can't do that. He comes out fucking asshole tight. He did it against the Rams, asshole tight. As my boy Ben Roberson used to say, niggas that homie puckering up in the big moment. In the big moment, be puckering up, and that might be Dak's biggest issue.
All right. Steve I can see Steve's chomping at the bit to get us off here. So we'll continue this another day.
Hey, let's continue tomorrow. Look, he's gone. He's out.
Hey, I think we might have to make a rule where like we can only talk Cowboys for a few minutes with Chris because I'm legitimately worried for his long-term health if we talk to Cowboys.
I'm gonna have to give him a call a little bit later on today and see how he's doing.
Yeah, I'm worried about him. I don't think we should talk Cowboys too much.
Bro. My long-term health is already over.
I'll talk to you guys later, man.
All right,
We've been waiting
for this,
guys.
All right, fellas. Later.